Good evening, good evening, and great day to you. And I won't be before you long tonight, but I wanted to talk about something that I've been talking with my coaching clients about, with my community about lately, and it is planning, which we talked about setting goals the last time I was live. And today I wanted to talk about how many hours we have in a week. So if you do 24 times 7, that's 168 hours per week that we all have. That's successful people, that's non-successful people, rich people, poor people. We all have the same exact amount of hours, 168 hours. Because what happens is when we talk about getting healthy, when we talk about personal development, or even doing a new activity, the things we always hear is, I don't have enough time, or I wish I had more time in the day. So, since we all have the same amount of hours, I have the same amount of hours as Warren Buffett has. What makes the difference between someone who's super successful or even super content and someone who's not? And that's how we break down our hours. So, I want to share my screen with you and I want to go through an exercise. And you should be able to see the screen. It's a 168-hour work week. And all this is a breakdown of exactly how many hours you have. So this is an exercise. This takes time. It takes a level of commitment because breaking out every hour of your day can be a daunting task. But if you really want to begin to perform, you really want to begin to maximize your time, you want to not only set priorities, you also want to know where your time is being spent and how you're spending it. So, for instance, if you sleep, how many hours are you sleeping a day? If you do 8 hours, that's 8 times 7, 56 hours a week. And the kind of funny thing about it is we don't really think about everything we do with the time that we have. How many hours do you spend just sitting and looking at the TV? You might not even be actively watching it. How many social media hours are you spending? How much time do you spend with running errands? How much time does it take you to cook? Are you in the shower for 2 hours? How much time are you really spending doing your task? So it's easy to Google 168-hour week. You can get this worksheet, kind of like what I have on the screen. And what you begin to do is break down your day. Dedicate the time to break down your day. And by doing so, you will be able to find those lost hours, those hours that I'm just sitting around doing nothing. Or, man, I've been on Spades app on my phone for the last 2 hours. That's valuable time that you could be working out, planning your meal, personal development. It also could be time with spending with your spouse or your kids. Some people say, well, I'm just too busy to do all the things that I do. Are you really calculating how much time you spend doing some things? And once you do that, figure out where you can cut back. Maybe I don't need to take an hour long shower. Maybe 45 minutes will do. So just figure that out. I encourage you to do this exercise. Again, you can just Google 168-hour week and it will bring up all type of spreadsheets, PDFs, things that people have put together to be able to calculate that time so you can take control and command again. And the second thing I want to talk about tonight is you may have been seeing my post a lot about the natural element assessment. What is this assessment that he's talking about? Well, this assessment is a behavioral tendency indicator. It talks about the how you do what you do. Why am I so driven? Why do I like solving problems? Why do I like connecting with people emotionally? Why do I like being the life of the party? Or why do I move slowly in my environment? Why does it take me a long time to warm up to people? Or why do I prefer to be with systems and processes and not people at all? Well, this assessment will help you figure that out. It will bring that awareness to the how you do what you do, why you prefer it, and also how to maximize those strengths. Because oftentimes when we look at people and we kind of judge them based on the way they do things, we never really think that might just be their superpower. That might be their strength. That person who's always talking and the life of the party, and we say they talk way too much, they have too much energy. Well, that's their superpower. We have to learn to accept people in their natural talents, even though it may not be something we prefer. So the old saying goes, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Well, that's not true in all aspects, because if I prefer energy, if I prefer connection emotionally, and you don't, and I try to push that onto you, then we're speaking two different languages. I need to learn to understand and have awareness of what is your superpower? What is your natural element? Where are you comfortable? What is the position that you can work in that uses your strengths versus what I see as a strength or a weakness? So again, you've seen me posting it, the natural element assessment. You can go to www.elementassessment.com, take the assessment, you'll get a consultation. We'll bring awareness to your strengths. We'll also figure out where are some limitations so we can build those up. I use it in every aspect of my life, from my family to my business to just my personal self. Having a more of a awareness around it and understanding why things are helps me to make better decisions. Now I'm not looking at people saying, well, I wish that person would hurry up with their decision making, or I wish that person would be more decisive. No, it is them to take their time to weigh all the options, to go through a checklist. That's their superpower. So once you start to gain the awareness of other people's superpowers, their comfort zones, you'll be able to mirror that language with them. So you'll be able to see them and say, hey, that person has a lot of energy. Let me bring my energy level up just to adapt to them. That builds connection. That builds, makes people more comfortable to be around you. Have you ever noticed there are some people that you feel like, I can just talk to this person, or that person really gets me? Likely that person has had some kind of training to be able to recognize and be aware of the behavioral tendencies of people around them. And they just mirror your language. And that makes you comfortable because it seems like, hey, they're just like me, but they're adapting to the situation. So again, the two things I have for you tonight: take control of your time. Look up the 168-hour week. Break down your day every single hour. Command your time, control it, schedule your priorities. Do those things that you say are important to you, and don't just let time go away. Second thing, natural element assessment brings awareness to your behavioral tendencies, your preferences, the how you do what you do, why you do it, what are the best elements for you to operate in, what are the people to surround yourself with to complement you. So again, have any questions, feel free to reach out, comment on any of the posts wherever you may be watching, and I will definitely get back with you. Have a great weekend, guys.